I feel like I always do way better under pressure. Maybe it's because I've been playing for so long.
Maybe.
So I feel like playing in crowds and big stadiums and stuff like that is just kind of like my comfort.
Hello, everybody. It is week 3 of the LCS, and I'm joined by Shopify Rebellion's jungler Contractz. Thank you for joining me.
Glad to be here.
Little unfortunate, lost to LYON there, 0-2. Tell me how you feel after that series.
It's definitely disappointing, to say the least, because we put ourselves in very advantageous positions, and we had gold leads, and I think honestly the early game for me went pretty smooth. I felt like I was reading the game pretty well, but misplayed some fights here and there, maybe gave my body a bit too much and kind of gave over some shutdowns. And then our dragon setup as well was just kind of a little bit lackluster. I feel like they played side lanes and vision control a lot better than us, so that's something that we need to focus on this next week and really just trying to hone in on it.
Yeah, and that's one of the benefits of it only being week 3. You can learn a lot from these stage games, and I think that's what you can take from even a loss like this. I don't know if you agree or not.
No, 100%. I think like for us on Shopify, we just need to put ourselves in more replicatable situations, because in scrims, it can get a little bit chaotic and messy. But this last couple days of scrims has been pretty good. We've been able to put ourselves in positions to fight the objectives and like actually set everything up. So just trying to take that into next week and really figure out on, how we're going to move as a unit.
Yeah. What I want to ask you about is there was a play where you guys all realm warped to Baron, actually I think it was game 1. And like, what was the call? Who made that call?
That was Zinni.
Okay.
Yeah. For me personally, I don't think it was the best play. We didn't really identify that we don't really have crazy Nash damage, and they weren't actively, I think Drake was still like 10, 12 seconds left, and they were able to just take up space on mid and just follow us. Yeah. And we couldn't burst the Nash while, they were on the way. So I think in that position, we should have just played a little bit more patiently and let them either hit Dragon and then look to a Realm Warp on it, or just let them hit Drake, and then they'll kind of give their body in terms of fight position, and I will be able to have like a good Ryze ult angle and Pantheon ult angle onto the carries when they hit Drake. So I think definitely was a little bit shaky. I don't think we were all quite on the same page.
Do you think that comes down to just like maybe stage jitters, or I don't know, like it's week 3, so we're probably past the point of feeling like completely like that being the cause. In your read on the situation, why do you think a call like that gets made instead of being more patient, or is it just practicing? Like, I
think it's just kind of like knowing what the best play is in the moment. Obviously, that's very like
hindsight's 20/20.
Hindsight,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
But I think Zinni for himself, he just kind of saw the angle and wanted to try it. And we followed it. And sometimes you're gonna follow calls that aren't the best, but as long as we're on the same page, like at least we tried.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into the future, I think we just need a better read of like the correct play and just try to just play the situation a bit differently.
Do you think it's important to follow a call like that and not start arguing about it, and rather give your full confidence to your mid laner?
It's a bit of push and pull for sure. I think there are going to be moments where you just need to be decisive and just not hesitate and just go full in on a certain call.
Yeah.
But there's also going to be times where calling someone off is going to be the correct play as well.
Yeah.
So it's just really about finding a balance on like what the right call is, being decisive. It's just it's a lot of push and pull. I think for me, I would say I'm the main shot caller in our team. So usually people just try to follow me, but sometimes I'll make a bad call too, and people will notice something, maybe something better, and they'll be able to be like, no, let's do this instead. Yeah. So if you say no with the intention of, and also while having a solution, generally that's when calling off things is best, when you have a solution. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. What's life like for Contractz, honestly, like on a day-to-day? I mean, I know there's a lot of league playing, but I mean, outside of that, what's kind of your day look like? What's something that you like to do?
Recently, I've been playing Slay the Spire a lot, the 2.
Yeah.
I played the first one so much, and now I think I'm almost at 180 hours whenever it released, so only maybe 3 weeks or a month. So yeah, in my free time, I just like to play Slay the Spire. I'm a big NFL fan, but it's not in season right now.
Who's your team?
49ers.
Oh,
Bay Area kid.
It's a good team. Oh, you are? Yeah. I didn't know that.
From Redwood City. It's
cool.
a small town in SF.
I used to live in
Around
Foster
that side.
City. I don't know if you know that
Oh
area.
yeah, I know
That's
that.
where I
So-
lived for a while.
Nice.
I'm a Rams fan.
Rams fan. Oh.
I mean, like I used to like the Packers just because it was the color green and that was my favorite color. When I first got into the NFL, my friend was like, "Oh, let's root for the Packers." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because they're green."
Green.
Man.
Yeah.
Did you ever play football?
Yeah, I played Pop Warner growing
You
up.
did?
From ages maybe 10 to like 13, 14, something like that.
What position?
I played running back and cornerback. Corner. Yeah. So I was just small and fast. So any position where a small, fast player can shine is kind
I
of.
was gonna say you look like you could make a good QB.
No. Too short. Can't throw the ball. Nope. I'm only speed. That's all I am.
Do you think there's any similarities to running back and jungling?
I wouldn't say running back. Maybe just.
Maybe cornerback?
I mean,
kind of defensive.
I think just football in general, like you take a lot away from like the camaraderie and the teamwork and the cohesion and just like, you know, playing for one another.
Yeah.
I think you can take a lot of like the team aspects of it into competitive league. But honestly, I was really young, so I was kind of like, wasn't really thinking about that too much.
Probably just the competitiveness.
Yeah,
of it.
I just really like the competitiveness and, you know, I was a big sports player growing up. I played football, baseball, I played soccer, so.
It only makes sense that you continue to be a competitive person.
Yeah.
What is, I want to ask you kind of what champion feels really like OP right now?
Pantheon seems pretty broken right now.
Yeah.
Karma, like a lot of, it's just very bot centric. A lot of enchanters, like.
Seraphine?
Yeah, but from a jungler's perspective, the champ that I think is the most broken in the game is Bard.
Oh.
Because.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, Bard is just such a high tempo champion.
He can do a lot. He
He's
can
just
be
like,
a lot of places.
He can be a lot of places. He can get vision first. He can base and go to the other side without you knowing. It's just like a lot of different aspects of Bard's gameplay. It's just really annoying to deal with as a jungler because it's just be everywhere. He's kind of just a rat champ. So definitely Bard.
What do you think of Inspired? And you know, you played against him today. I'm sure you have thoughts on him prior to playing against him, but tell me kind of what you think of him as a jungler in the LCS.
Yeah, I think Inspired has, you know, shown the past couple of years that he's the best jungler in the West by far. I think coming back from first 10, he hasn't really looked his best in terms of just his consistency. But obviously, you can never count out Inspired. No matter what, his teams are still going to be great. And I think the way LYON played the map versus today definitely has a lot to do with him, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, he is looking a little bit... I wouldn't say like underwhelming. He's still playing fine, but he's definitely not number one jungler in NA right now. But obviously, by the end of the split, like he's definitely capable of being that.
Playoff Inspired is a little bit different than regular split Inspired potentially.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the best jungler in the LCS right now, as of right this moment?
It's really hard to say who's the best.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all the teams are so close.
Yeah.
But
definitely the top three.
I really respect Jose Dioto's playstyle.
I agree.
I think he stated it in many interviews that he likes to play fast and you know, play aggressive. I do think he can overreach sometimes, but I think he's shown a lot of his mechanics this split and a lot of his fast decision making. So I think Jose right now has been playing pretty well.
What's a long-term goal of yours in your career in League of Legends?
Man, it's so hard to say. I've been playing for so long already, like 10 years.
Maybe it's the same as it was at the start.
Yeah, I think for me, I just want to take it day by day, you know? Like I just can't take being a professional gamer for granted. I've been doing it for so long and I've been, you know, thankfully in a position to keep doing it. And I just want to try to ride it out for as long as I can, you know, just keep trying my best and, you know, perform at a high level. Hopefully get back to internationals because that's when I have the most fun competing, when it's at internationals.
The crowds at internationals hit differently
They do.
versus no crowd. What do you think about, because there isn't one, right? Like right now, at least.
Yeah, right now we're in the closet,
the
the basement room for until playoffs, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that energy difference feel like?
It feels
Or do
more,
you not notice it?
It feels a little bit more cozy. It's like you're kind of playing from home, but you're not playing from home. I think the intensity is just kind of turned down a bit, like a notch. I always live for live crowds, you know, like especially when I played on C9 in Vancouver and when I played in New Jersey for 23 finals. And then obviously the crowds in Korea were great as well. So you just live for the crowd. It's like you make a good play, you win a game, you take off your headset, you just hear the crowd roaring. It's amazing.
You can feel like
You
the
can feel
rumble,
it.
like the
You
bass.
Mhm.
And that's really what kind of, I feel like, gets people their adrenaline going.
Yeah.
And that's what you live for when you're a competitor.
Yeah, I feel like I always do way better under pressure. Maybe it's because I've been playing for so long.
Maybe.
So I feel like playing in crowds and big stadiums and stuff like that is just kind of like my comfort, my comfort place.
Makes sense. So next week you do play against C9. I just want to get quick thoughts on that series, that matchup. How you feeling going up against them?
Yeah, I mean, C9 showed pretty good strength throughout the regular season, even this split and last split. They kind of demolished DSG, not gonna lie, this last yesterday.
Yeah.
So, but I think historically we've always done pretty well versus C9. I think we've always stacked up pretty evenly and have had a good read on how they play and how they like to move around the map. So I think as long as Zinni and I are in like comfortable positions and we control the pace of the game pretty well, I think we definitely have a good chance.
Perfect. Thank you so much, man.
Cool, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Take it easy. Bye.
See ya.